Hey, we're live. Great. Welcome to our live show with with my quarantine mask. Let's see. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, it's just easier to talk without this thing. Okay. By the way, Lindsay made these. Isn't that cute? It's got a bat motif going on. So, I've been going over my backstock of comics for the last few weeks, and I'm a little bit behind. So, I decided to do some catch up. Now, granted, no one's doing anything right now, so I might as well just do one at a time. But since I'm so behind on everything, I thought maybe it might not be a bad idea to do a live show and get some of the videos out of the way because frankly some of these I don't really have like too much to say. uh, these I like, but I don't like have a full, I don't know if I have a full like 10 minutes to talk to about these things, so I thought I'd do a bunch right now, just live, get them out of the way, and so we can talk about them a little bit. So I'm just going to share this right here on, there we go, online here. We're live. And one more. And I'm just going to do a live show. And if I have anybody watching, we'll do some Q&A too. There we go. There we are. Hello. Hi. Hello. Okay. So, like I said, I'm behind on my comic reviews. So I thought I'd get a bunch of these out of the way. I do have some individual reviews talking about, I think it's X-Men 9, Outlawed #1, Mercy #1, those coming up. So I'm doing full reviews of those. So I just wanted to kind of get these out of the way and, just make a video, just putting it out there, like what I think of these, including these. Let's see, I'll start small because I really don't have too much to say about a couple of these. There we go. First off, it's a giant size X-Men 1 Nightcrawler. Now, the X-Men books are all the rage again, which is great for me. And let's see, they are doing a series of these giant size X-Men one-shots, kind of spotlighting some characters and kind of giving us hints. What I love so much about what Hickman's been doing and what he generally does with his work is that he's really great at planning plot threads and then picking them up later on as they develop. And it's kind of fun to watch them go. And let's see, this is Jonathan Hickman with Alan Davis doing the art, which is nice because this focuses on Nightcrawler and has a few callbacks to the Excalibur days, which is nice, which is a good way to bring in Alan Davis. Hey, Marion, how you doing? I'm just getting out of the way some short comic reviews. There are a few books I want to talk about, but I don't have like too much to say about them, so thought I'd do a live show. Hey, the issue picks up. Didn't really get to talk about what's going on. The issue picks up at the old school for mutants, the Xavier school, and it's kind of gone like all dark, and it's grown weeds everywhere, and like it's kind of abandoned at the moment. Much like any mall you walk into right now, if you can. Anyway, Nightcrawler and the gang, let's see, are sent on some sort of mission. I'll be honest, let's see. Kind of forgot what the mission was. It's been a couple weeks since I've read this. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Let's see. They get invaded by these bug things that have kind of taken over the place. And we get to see our old buddy, whatever his name was. And it's never the biggest fan of that. The character is now named Cypher, but you get to see, I don't know, they kind of like go this kind of live and let live thing with the bugs that are living there, and it's kind of one entity. The art's really nice. I'm going to give this one probably 4 out of 5 RAM chips. It's really nicely done. Didn't leave too much of an impression on me because I kind of forgot what the point was. But pretty good though. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. And let's see. Oh, Marion asks, have I read Mortal Hulk yet? I apologize. No, that is definitely on my to-do list. And I'm definitely going to get back into it. Probably once the quarantine's over, I'll kind of start digging into it. I guess I could order some copies of the trades and get into the book now. But it is on my to-do list. Let's see, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, number 16. And this is from Saladin Ahmed and Corey Smith doing the art. And he is put in charge, Miles is put in charge of taking care of his baby sister. There is a bit of a accident that goes on, and there are people collapsed in the sewer underneath them. So he gets all ready for action, and then realizes, oh, damn, that's right, I'm taking care of a baby right now. So he does the thoughtful and mature action. He webs the baby to him to go into the sewers to save people from monsters. This actually is one of my favorite panels recently, in the last month or two, where this guy is underneath this wreckage and he goes, oh, Spider-Man, thank God. Hey, is that a baby? And Miles responds by, yes, this is indeed a baby. I really enjoyed that exchange. Now, this guy, by the way, is holding a camera, and I'll get to that in just a minute. He's able to free the guy who had kind of fell down the sewer during the collapse, and is able to capture this monster gator thing. Pretty typical, day in the life Marvel stuff. Mom doesn't find out, but here's the thing. We got this whole outlawed thing right now going on. That guy's holding a camera. I would not be shocked if this comes back and bites him in the butt, where he took a picture of Spider-Man with this baby strapped to him going into danger. That can't look good. Look, we got an ad for it right here. And the next issue, by the way, is going to be a outlawed chapter. So I'm guessing that's not going to be great for him. We do have a second story. Ahmed's been doing this interesting thing where he has been breaking up some of the issues into 2 short stories, and the second one often informs future plot developments. And this one involves the Prowler working for Ultimatum. Tells him about the other universe, the Ultimate Marvel universe that used to exist. And he tells him, not only am I from this other universe, hey, there's another universe. I'm from there, and you were from there. So we'll see where that goes. This is 5 out of 5 RAM chips. This is a nice, enjoyable issue, and definitely things to come. Let's see. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 42, or its legacy number is 843. Now, this is Nick Spencer and Ryan Oatley, and they're going to ask you to sit back and tell you a little story about Gog. Who's Gog? Well, he's a Marvel monster that keeps having odd reoccurring adventures with Spider-Man. Spider-Man just keeps kind of like bumping into him over and over again. Anyway, Spider-Man and Boomerang realize that Kingpin is out to find this ancient thing that gives you ultimate power thing, and you know the drill. So they're trying to get to it first before Kingpin gets it. And they find that it's being protected by Gog. Now, while they have a little bit of exchange of dialogue, and Spider-Man telling him like, "Hey, this isn't just some monster. I've run into this monster a couple times. He's not even supposed to be on this planet anymore. I actually took him to Reed Richards, and he sent him back." And then we get Gog's story of him as a baby being taken care of on another planet by this family, and the usual kind of boy meets dog kind of like love story. And then there's this evading attack. This war starts. They started kind of they start to evacuate the planet, and he's on like a since he's a pet, he is put on this supply ship, and that gets hit and goes elsewhere and lands on Earth. And of course, Craven finds him, and he grows unnaturally on Earth, so he just becomes this giant monster. He's had several run-ins with Spider-Man. That's when Spider-Man takes him to Reed Richards, and Reed goes, "He's not even supposed to be from here. He's even growing unnaturally. So I'm gonna just put him in this remote spaceship and send him home." There you go, end of story, which is great until the story ends tragically, and that puts Gog back on this really sad mission to protect the sort of like sort of a MacGuffin, really, to protect this thing that his family had been working to protect. So he's on Earth trying to protect this thing that was very important. He's just being like a loyal pet, like a loyal, loving guardian, and Spider-Man might kind of get a feeling for that, but I don't know. It really does take a left turn and detour on the storyline that's going on. You might say it's kind of unnecessary to really spend the whole issue on this, but by the way, I picked it up knowing full well that's what I was going to be dealing with. So it was like the last in that week's batch I read, which is not normal for Spider-Man. Usually Spider-Man's one of the first books I read. This one I took my time with. And you know what? When I read it, it's actually pretty good. For what he was doing with the issue, it's good work. Also, the art's really nice as usual. And so I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 Ramjets. Now, let's go to Fantastic Four. Actually, it should say X-Men plus Fantastic Four, number 3. And this is from Chip Zdarsky and the Dodsons, Terry, and I think it's Rachel. What are these credits? Oh, yeah. They're doing the Hickman style, even though Hickman doesn't write this. Terry and Rachel Dodson doing the art. Now, last we left things, let's see. The X-Men want Franklin Richards to come to Krakoa so he can be with them on their nation of mutants, help teach him to develop his powers more appropriately, and be welcomed. Although he is kind of in a privileged place, but still. He can't get there because Reed tweaked his DNA, so the portals of Krakoa don't recognize him as a mutant and won't let him in. So he kind of like runs away, really irritated by that, because he and Reed are not having the best time. He's a young teenager, him and Dad are, not, seeing eye to eye. He runs away with Kitty Pryde, and they get taken over by Dr. Doom. And Dr. Doom has his own Doom Island. The X-Men really want to talk to Doom about the way he treats mutants. They put the invite to mutants from his country to leave, but he's a brutal dictator. He's not going to let them leave. So they're butting heads. At the same time, he's going look, I care about your kids. I know it's weird, Reed, but I do, and it is true, he does. I can help with Franklin's powers. Franklin's powers have been diminishing since they came back from the whole Secret Wars thing. It's a long story, but his powers have been diminishing, and it's been making him really kind of feel. I mean, literally powerless, but I mean, it's been giving him a lot of anxiety and kind of him really trying to figure out who he is anymore. And like, is he a mutant anymore? I mean, does he like have all these powers? You know, what is he if he's just like a person with the Fantastic Four? So Doom has this theory that it's something that's been called the God particle, which is essentially this kind of form of energy outside of our existence that gives like all superpowered people their powers, whether they be mutants or non-mutants, like Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. That it somehow taps into them because there's something specific about their DNA that works that way. And it's kind of an interesting theory that's within the Marvel universe. I don't know if it's been totally confirmed. It'd be cool if they never confirmed it. Like if it's just this kind of like maybe thing going on. But while they're doing that, some of the X-Men and Susan and Ben are going, you know what Doom is doing with his people and his mutants are kind of bullshit. So let's while they're doing this, let's see if we can free some of them. And that goes about as well as you might think, with them facing off Doom-themed Sentinels. And I think this is a 4-part miniseries. So just before the cutoff on the quarantine, we have this cliffhanger we got to deal with. So we're going to wait for that. This is 5 out of 5 Ram chips. This is an awesome series so far. I'm really in love with it. So, and the art is gorgeous. The Dodsons always do really spectacular, beautiful art. Really been digging this series. Marion says, "Dog, I never thought I'd see him again." And yeah, Spider-Man agrees. Let's see. Also, you think Mephisto is going to come calling for Peter for going back on that deal? We'll see. And I do believe Spencer's kind of playing around with that. I feel like he's kind of leading up to something regarding that. Because don't forget, like Aunt May has cancer right now. It's small. It could be a big problem, but in fiction, having cancer is never a minor problem. It's going to be leading to something. Marion also says, shocked that Victor Von Doom cares about Reed's kids, even though he and Reed have rivalry. That's true, and it's odd. And I feel like I don't know the full story about his relationship with Franklin and Valeria, but I really do feel he has some sort of I don't know if fondness is the correct word, but he does some sort of connection to them. And I have wondered if I don't know if this has been stated outright, but I do wonder if maybe if like I could turn his kids to old Uncle Doom. That would be the ultimate win. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's time to let Aunt May go. I don't know. We'll see what he's doing. They're doing something. Okay, now for my last issue out of this batch is Captain Marvel 16, and its legacy number is 150. Yeah, Marvel, if you didn't keep renumbering your books all the time, Captain Marvel would be up to 150 by now. Damn it. Okay, we're back, and apologize that. We've been having some internet connection problems. I'm not sure what the deal is. It's been a couple of times during the day where we've had some issues with it. So I apologize. We probably lost almost all of our audience. All right. So, hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Sorry we had a little bit an internet connection problem. So what I was saying was, hey, man, if you just like not constantly renumber your books all the time, we'd have like 150 issues of Captain Marvel, but now we got this We have to celebrate our anniversaries with random numbers like number 16. Like, oh, hey, happy 150 issues with issue 16. I don't know. I feel like I complain about that a lot, only because it's true and it's wrong. So, hey, this is The Last Avenger, and this is from Kelly Thompson and Lee Garbett is doing the art. And Lee's done a really nice job. I'm not really familiar with Lee's work before. But okay, long story short, let's see. This villain here, he is a Kree villain. And let's see, what's his name again? This is Vox, right? Vox basically is trying to force Captain Marvel to betray the Avengers, and essentially he wants them to all power this generator. And excuse me, let this siren go by. I live in the city. Okay. Let's see. So essentially, Vox wants her to betray all the Avengers, and yeah, Marion, you're right. I mean, it's a terrible habit. I wish they'd stop doing it. I understand why they do it, because number one sells so great. And it does work, but I don't know. It's irritating, and it makes collecting a pain in the butt. I was actually okay. Side note: I did a big reorganization of my comics not too long ago, and I had a couple problems with a couple of like recent runs of Marvel books, and Captain Marvel was one of them, where I was like, okay, which 8 is this? Okay, here's another. Oh, damn, here's the third number 8. Which ones are what? Like which volume is what? It took me a while to like go through and look at the dates and look at the creative teams on it, because the number 8 from Kelly Sue DeConnick is different from the creators that came after her. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. Where other books I could just older runs or from or companies that aren't Marvel, it's a lot easier. You just grab a whole bunch and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But with Marvel, you can't really do that. So anyway, long story short, Vox wanted her to like betray the Avengers. He was building this machine to suck out all their powers, and he put on this suit that did not come off, that constantly monitored her, but she was able to get around that anyway, because she was able to use the character Singularity as sort of a pocket dimension, and take all the Avengers into the pocket dimension, fake their deaths, and make Vox look like everything was going to plan. And now here's where we go. And last issue ended with him with the final phase of his plan by putting her also in that machine that sucked all their powers. She's able to escape, fight it off with Vox, and there's this really cool sequence where she gets all the powers of the other Avengers and turns into this horrifying monstrosity, which is pretty funny. Like she turns into this giant Hulk-like creature with like faces of the other Avengers, and she's like misproportionalized. She has small little legs and giant torso. It's pretty awesome. And that's going on all while like the other Avengers are trying to like get where she is. And also there's a ticking time bomb matter where Vox was also saying, look, if you don't do this, I have bombs set up with a bunch of human kids, all over the planet, and you better just do it. So the Avengers gets other heroes to like find all these like kids in a hurry. It's really good. This was a really fun story arc. It like did this big promise, like ooh, scary, Carol turns evil kind of thing. It just pays it off really nicely. It's a nice, good celebratory 150 issue 16 of Captain Marvel. So this was a lot of fun. I would definitely give this 5 out of 5 round chips. I don't know. Maybe I could have done a solo review of that one. Nice cover too. Really love this one. So Yeah, that's what I've read recently. I hope you're reading it. I hope you're not being too depressed and sad out there. I don't blame you. I have my really bad moments. I've had my bad moments and my tense moments in the last couple of weeks, so it happens. What time is it? Oh, it's like almost quarter till. So look, I got some solo reviews coming up, and I'm just going to get those out of the way. Being creative has been, sometimes of a struggle because, it's this weird kind of complex contradiction, really. Like you have time now to create, but I'm so stressed out, I don't feel like creating. It's not great. Let's see. Enjoyed it as always, man. Thank you, Marion. I really appreciate it. This was kind of an unannounced live show, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I just need to get some stuff out of the way. So look, I have a few more single comic reviews coming up over the next week, and then I'm going to be breaking out some reviews of Mystery Science Theater 3000, Steven Universe Future, which I have not talked about on this channel, with the exception of the live show I did. So I'll see you guys then, okay? Take care and stay safe, all right? Take care.